Imagine finding yourself in the middle of a dense, dark forest, surrounded by towering trees that seem to whisper secrets to one another. The air is thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or distant howl. This isn't just any forest. It's the slope of a mountain where legends of dark, mysterious creatures have been whispered for generations. Now picture a man, alone and terrified, standing before an old, decrepit house. This isn't just any house, it's a haunted house, shrouded in an aura of dread that makes your skin crawl. It was said to be abandoned, but the eerie glow from its windows told a different story. Our man, let's call him John, had no intention of staying. He had to escape, and fast. But the haunted house had other plans. As he stepped inside, the door creaked ominously, slamming shut behind him with a force that shook the entire house. John's heart pounded as he navigated the narrow, dimly lit hallways. Shadows danced menacingly on the walls, and the air was filled with an inexplicable chill. Suddenly he heard it, a faint whisper, a soft cry echoing through the halls. Frozen in place, John strained his ears, trying to make out the word. But before he could, a loud bang erupted from the room ahead. With every ounce of courage, John pushed forward, inching his way to the source of the noise. The room was empty, but the sense of being watched was overwhelming. Just as he thought he could catch his breath, the floorboards beneath him creaked and groaned, as if something was lurking just beneath. John bolted, tearing through the house, determined to find an exit. He stumbled upon a staircase leading down to a basement. With no other choice, he descended, each step echoing through the darkness. The basement was damp, the walls covered in strange markings that seemed to pulse with a life of their own. Then he saw it, a door, slightly ajar, leading outside. Hope surged through him as he sprinted towards it, but just as he reached out, a cold, bony hand wrapped around his ankle. John screamed, kicking and thrashing, desperate to break free. He managed to shake off the grip and burst through the door into the forest. But the forest wasn't safe either. Dark, shadowy figures flitted between the trees, their eyes glowing with a malevolent hunger. John ran, branches slashing at his face, the ground uneven and treacherous. He could hear them, the creatures closing in, their whispers turning into growls. Just when he thought he couldn't run any longer, he spotted a faint light in the distance. Summoning every bit of strength, John sprinted towards it, bursting out of the forest and into a clearing. The light was from a small cabin, a beacon of safety in the midst of the nightmare. He collapsed at the doorstep, his body trembling with exhaustion and fear. As the door creaked open, a kind old man helped him inside, promising him safety from the horrors of the night. John's heart still raced, but for the first time he felt a glimmer of hope. He had escaped the haunted house and the dark forest, but the memories would haunt him forever. So, the next time you find yourself on the slope of a mountain surrounded by whispers and shadows, remember John's story. Sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we can't see. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and sleep with one eye open.